Welcome one and all, my friends, my Gala fam, to another episode of No Cash Clash of Clans. That is right, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. You thought I wasn't going to say it, but here we go. Episode 58, never spending a penny. And I have to tell you, I'm starting to get truly invested in this account. Like, I'm taking pride in this account. Look at us. We've gotten this far. We are flying through Town Hall 9. The Archer Queen on her way to level 11. And we're not looking back, okay? We are going to go. In fact, I don't even know, honestly, how far we will play without heroes. I'm willing to keep the king and the queen down for the next, I don't know, 3 weeks if I have to try to get them maxed out for Town Hall 9 because they are going to be such an asset, so strong once we get them done. And you know, when they're down, when armies are training, I can do other things, including, okay, now this is not honestly a paid promotion, but if you guys get a chance, download World War Dough. I'll put the link in the description. It is not a ripoff of Clash Royale. It is so much fun. I'm having a blast playing it. I play it every single day. Honestly, it's been a long time since I found a game that I truly enjoy playing outside of Clash, and that is it, World War Dough. So if you don't mind some fart jokes, give it a try. Now, let's get back into the upgrades. And yes, we finally put down the new Dark Elixir drill. I know it took me like 2 weeks after the update to wise up to the fact that that was free dark just waiting for me. But I've got it. There it is. And here it is. The Book of Heroes on the Archer Queen, level 11. And immediately, Galadon puts her back down. That is right. Forced to attack without heroes pretty much non-stop. And now the goal is to pick up enough Dark Elixir to upgrade that Barbarian King within the next 8 hours and 47 minutes. Can we do it? Did you see the URL? fb.gg/realgaladongaming, because that's where I live stream, and you can come watch attacks like this one live every single day of the week. And right here, we've got another dragon attack. And remember what I said? I said I wasn't going to play any dragon attacks at single speed anymore because I know they're kind of boring. You've seen a whole bunch of them by now. There's no real strategy or anything like that. I just spam the dragons that we get in there. Also, I know I told you that I wasn't going to use the heroes, but I did have the Barbarian King up. So before we put him back down, because we didn't quite have enough Dark Elixir, we had to go ahead and get a couple of raids in with him, and then we're going to put him back down and get him upgraded again. So like I said, we will switch up, and in fact, in this episode, I will switch up to a different attack strategy than the dragon spam. But look at the loot. Did you see? Did you see the starting point of the amount of loot that was available on this base? It felt good. As we've moved up in trophies through Crystal League on our way to Master, we have found so much loot, you guys. Come on. If you are at Town Hall 9 and you're not hanging out in Crystal, what are you doing? You're missing out on millions. Wait a minute. No, I'll tell you what. If you're at Town Hall 9 and you're not in Crystal, that's fine. Let me be here, okay? Let me get all this good stuff because it has been insane. It is like a feeding frenzy on Shark Week. We are grabbing loot after loot after loot base and not really having to next a whole lot. There was 1.3 million. We're back in. We've got a free builder and exciting upgrades like, that's right, the gold mine. You saw it. That was crazy stuff. I know you waited for months to see that, but that gold mine is upgrading all by itself. Back to, this is like, I don't know, the next day or a few hours later. We skip a few of those raids because, like I said, you don't want to see non-stop dragon raids. We'll get there. Let's go to Town Hall 10. That's right. I'm kidding. Okay. Now, we are going to use a training potion. And wait a minute. Look at that. I've got a rune of gold. Holy man. Okay, we'll use these at some point. The runes of gold and dark elixir. But for now, we've got the power potion to use in conjunction with the training potion because it is time to switch things up. So we've got though. Okay. Oh, I don't even know what's happening right there. That wasn't me. That wasn't actually. Oh, it was me. It wasn't the computer. But yeah, I had a little bit of less caffeine. Okay, we're gonna tune down the caffeine. We're gonna tune up the attacks, and we're gonna go in and go wipe. That's right. It is time for Galadon to go back to his roots and use some go wipe again. So golems, P.E.K.K.A.s, and of course we have a jump spell now, which is kind of cheating because back in the old days of Clash of Clans, we didn't get to jump over walls like you whippersnapper. Okay, and we also didn't get to use Yetis, and we're going to use the maxed out Yeti in the CC and a Valkyrie. I love this new troop request system, by the way, you guys. I'm loving this right here. Definitely makes life so much easier to get those troops that you want. Now the question is the spell, and we should go with a poison, or no, we got wizards. I don't know. We'll probably need to go with a freeze spell, just in case. You never know what we're going to see. Go wipe, obviously, one of the worst things that you can find is single target infernos, and hopefully this will work out. Now notice, we've got it. Thank you, Woody. And no Archer Queen. So she's down for another day. The Barbarian King is up. and we're going to use him along with whatever else we have here, and I'm going to show you live. Now, this is a representation of how fast I can find major loot bases, okay? As we train the next army, we're going to go out into multiplayer, and you'll see that immediately, okay, maybe not the first base, but within the first like 4 bases, we're going to find an insane amount of loot. So there's number 2. Now, both of those first 2 bases weren't bad. You saw they also had pretty good dark elixir numbers. But generally, I am looking for 1 million. I want 1 million total of loot. And there's another one, but here it is. 4 bases in, we find 1.3 million and nearly 5,000 in dark elixir from a Town Hall 9. And it's a pretty typical, pretty common Town Hall 9 base, but also one that can easily fall victim to a well-executed go-wipe attack. And they all start with one thing, and that is, that's right, a funnel, a finely tuned funnel. In this case, we're going to use a couple of the golems on the outside to help tank for the wizards, to draw some fire from the archer towers, wizard towers, mortars, and then the wizards, they clear out those outer trash buildings, and that leaves us with a pretty clear shot. We're headed right into that town hall. We drop the CC, everybody else just basically being spammed right here, and we're going to let them blast through the wall themselves. No wall breakers, they get through organically, and then we use the jump spell to get them into the core. Because this base has so many of those little tiny compartments, there's really no way to miss the town hall. We roll right in, and we are on top of the town hall, the core of this base. A couple of free spells. You'll notice the one noob freeze that lasts like 0.5 seconds. But we're okay, we're through, and all of the expos are down, the core is cleared out, and now it is just up to those units to try to work their way back towards the outside of the base. I dropped my last wizards and archers too early as cleanup troops, and the defenses will spin around and take most of them out of the way. But we've got the golems and the P.E.K.K.A.s. Remember, we used a power potion, so they're easily going to be melting through walls. The one Yeti does seem to help out. I don't think it made a critical difference in this raid. We are going to get the 3-star. So this is like the first true go wipe that I've tried in so long, and I realize that it's not an old school go wipe, that we have different advantages here that we specifically lacked back in the old days of the original go wipe. But also remember that I didn't bring an archer queen at all, and this is relatively low level. You know, that's what, almost mid-level, I guess you would call Barbarian King. He's halfway through his upgrades. Man, halfway through already. We are flying, you guys. We are on our way to Town Hall 10. See, this is feeling good. I'm playing so much. I mean, if I'm not playing this, I'm not focused that hard on Legend League attacks anymore, and I'm switching over to play a little bit of World War Doe in between. But other than that, honestly, when I'm working, you guys, at my desk, I've got this account up almost throughout the day, and I'm getting in as many attacks as I possibly can without spending any gems, other than the occasional potion, mostly training potion that I'll buy in the shop. There it is, 1.3 million, not including the loot bonus. And yes, we raked in about 4,600 dark elixir and 31 trophies, which is going to help out on our way to Master League. You can see we're closing in. We're also closing in on maxing out some more of these buildings. Yes, I realize the Dark Spell Factory was on the wrong side of the progress base, okay? And you'll notice maybe there's 1 or 2 other things that are incorrectly placed. If you have noticed that, let me know down in the comments where I have incorrectly put buildings. Remember, if they're maxed, they're supposed to go above and to the left of the walls, not maxed below and to the right. Here we go. Oh, you know, we're not going to do that. We don't want to end that boost. We can definitely find a better way to use this builder. How about this wizard tower? Or the archer tower? No, the wizard tower. Yeah, we'll do the wizard tower. It's the caffeine again talking. I'm sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so then let's check out another go wipe. And this time, that's right, Town Hall 10. Galadon's go wipe showing no fear against, this is a very strategically placed set of Inferno towers. Do you see where the Infernos are on this base yet? Yeah, maybe not ideal. I'm guessing, if I had to guess, the player was upgrading them and they finished upgrading. And so he hasn't moved them back in towards the core. But honestly, there's gaps in there. There's no reason to move Inferno towers towards the edge while they're upgrading. Just leave them in there between the mortar and the air defenses right by the town hall, and you're golden. I don't know, or next to the expos. Either way, we're going to do it again. Basically the same attack, spamming everybody down, a little bit of funneling, golems in to try to distract any other defenses in the area, and then we let our troops muscle their way through that first layer of walls, jump over the next 2 layers of walls, and boom, we're in the core. And notice the strategic freeze on the, well, no, okay, it caught the Tesla. It wasn't just an air defense I was freezing right there. It caught the Tesla also, and the X-Bow. We're going to work our way easily through the core of this base. There goes your Town Hall for the first star, out onto the other side. And thankfully, due to this 300 IQ base design, the Inferno Towers never become an issue until long past the second star. Now, the other problem, though, was you'll notice, yes, all the Dark Elixir drills are on that side of the base as well. So maybe that was part of the thinking, was put these out here and protect the Dark? Probably not. I mean, let's be honest. I don't think this was that far advanced thinking for where those Inferno Towers are. But unfortunately also, we are not getting to the Dark Elixir. But the point of this raid was more just to see how we could succeed with a boosted Go Wipe army against a Town Hall 10. How far can we get? How deep can we go? Peter, stop. As the P.E.K.K.A.s are going to continue to tank for the Wizards as they work their way around the outside of the base, this works out pretty well. And that's the general idea behind those Go Wipes, is to get those Golems in there and sometimes the P.E.K.K.A.s to tank for your little Wizards, let them put out the major damage, and it worked out beautifully. In fact, we are going to get to a bunch of this Dark Elixir. So it feels like a little bit of a save right here that we got this far into the base. We got some of the Dark, although we did leave most of it behind. That's okay. It still feels like a success to pick up 2 stars against a Town Hall 10 and probably most of the loot. We'll see as the attack wraps up that, okay, there was also an I don't know, man. I have no idea. The Expo is out here as well. So this base design is really outside the box, both literally and figuratively, and this attack is just about over, but we are having a lot of fun mixing it up. Now, I'd love to try other attacking strategies as well, so let me know your favorite Town Hall 9 attack combos in the comments, and I will make sure I check them out. In the meantime, it's the status report for No Cash Clash episode 58. Current trophies moving from 2204 all the way to 2311, on our way to Master League, and we will not stop. I promise we'll get there. For the loot numbers this episode, unfortunately, just nothing new. We are pushing those same numbers from last episode, but I promise we will beat these soon. For next goals, that's right, it's all about the trophy push. We are focused on the 1,000 gems for Master League, and nothing will stop me. Constant hero upgrades and trophy upgrades will get there. Thank you guys for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You are the true Gala fam, and I love, appreciate, and think about every single one of you every single day. So stay inside, stay healthy, be kind to other people, animals, on the planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, you didn't let me finish what I was going to say.
Okay, Peter, go ahead. You can finish.
Fine, that's what she